Now, this talk is basically because when I'm fighting, I know I'm gonna need to review my videos because some of the techniques that are around now involve fooling around with your memory, implanting false ones, and making you forget original ones, causing the Mandela effect and gaslighting, yeah, as well, um, false evidence and basically things like that. So in this discussion, we talk about when hand signals, in terms of neuro linguistic programming and anchoring and that, when hand signals appear in your peripheral two times, your peripheral vision. Um, if you need some time to Google that one, that's okay. Just look for what they call peripheral vision. You have your focus, and then you have the bits to the side which you're not really focused on. That's your peripheral vision. Now, when hand signals appear in your peripheral two times, yeah, as in there's your focus region, and let's say a hand signal happens on this side, yeah, and you're sitting next to a window, and the reflection of that hand signal, yeah, is also happening on that side, and you're not aware that this hand signal is taking place. Now, what tends to happen to your mind? I'm speaking from experience because I've just been through that one. What tends to happen to your mind is, well, this will actually, from my experience, will cause your personal speech to start, for you to start talking to yourself, yeah, and talking, just talking to yourself, and even talking out loud. So you've been anchored to start talking and even talking out loud and even talking certain things, and even this will open you up for your mind to be read, and your memories to be extracted, and that, and it can act as a truth serum, and people can ask you questions with hand signals, and you give the answers to them once. Yeah, and also this, when you see that you're starting to talk too much and starting to talk things that you'd rather not blurt out, yeah, this causes you anxiety and some kind of paranoia. You feel like you're under attack. Yeah, so this happened to me, and I was thinking, geez, I'm starting to talk to myself. I'm starting to even feel like I'm anxious, and I'm getting angry because I'm anxious and I don't know what's happening. So I started to look at my focal region, because if you can't turn from side to side, because if you turn to that side, yeah, the one who's doing the hand signals, as soon as he sees your face turning, he stops, and you never see that one. So you have to look at your focal region as you're also paying attention to your blurred side or your peripheral one. Yeah, so as I'm doing that, I'm just looking like that straight on. I notice, yeah, that obviously the street theater is taking place. I was in a location. Um, uh, Somebody walks in to grab my attention, yeah, and then I noticed something on the other side, yeah. So I didn't even notice the live hand movements that this person was making. um, I started to think, hold on, is there someone from outside the window that's also doing something? So I looked outside and there was nothing. And then I'm talking to myself. But as I'm talking to myself, it's out of my control, because obviously my mind is being done. The hand signals are being used. Have you ever had that feeling that you're being watched by someone? Yeah, someone's watching you from the back, or from somewhere. Yeah, it's kind of like that. That's what neuro linguistic program is about. Neuro language programming is about. So I feel as if somebody is doing something to my mind, but I don't know what. And I'm starting to talk to myself. I'm getting anxious. I'm paranoid and that. Yeah. So I'm thinking this is something that's happening around me. So and then it happens again. Somebody walks into the room. Yeah. And then uh, I spot something in my peripheral, and I look outside, and there's nothing there. So I'm thinking, what's going on here? Yeah, but then by some spot of luck, I happen to realize, hold on, there are reflections in the mirror. So every time I look around, there's no one outside, but there's reflections in the mirror. So I said, all right, then I'm not gonna give the game away. So I'm looking ahead. Yeah, and it happens again. Somebody walks in, again, as I stop talking to myself, I deal with it. Somebody walks in again, the personal speech starts, I start talking again. And as that happens, I notice that that kind of sign, because it's in my peripheral. I just notice something moving in my peripheral, and I'm like, oh, that must be the reflection. So I look at the reflection and I see the hand signals from someone on that side. So then I look across at them and they're doing hand signals right in my sight. Yeah. When I do hand signals in your peripheral, your mind processes what's in your peripheral, but you are not processing it, but your mind is processing them ones. Yeah. So someone is throwing hand signals, yeah, to cause me to do them ones. And the hand signals are also appearing in the reflection in the mirror on that side. Yeah. So if it's like I'm sitting here and someone's doing the hand signal slightly ahead of me, yeah, and they're also in the mirror slightly ahead of me, reflecting off the mirror slightly ahead of me. Yeah. So the solution to that is very, very simple. Just close the blinds. Now you only have one side to worry about. Yeah. So now when I closed the blind, and I was amazed. Yeah. Everyone in the room where I was at the whole situation changed. Yeah. Because I don't think I was the only one who was being anchored at that time. So they also started to change, and they also started to, the mood changes. And an empath, I felt like a weight had been lifted off our shoulders. Yeah, so everybody started to become normal again. Yeah, so basically that's a solution that I had. Just close the blinds and the curtains to remove the reflections when you experience them ones. Yeah, so that's my advice to you and also myself. Yeah, at a future time.